How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I am over at the property that we are currently in the process of buying, and the reason for that is I had a meeting with someone that might be able to move this shed for us. So what I want to do is move it from there down to here. And the reason for that is really just because where it's sitting at the moment, it renders most of the yard kind of useless. Now the good news is, it sounds like they will be able to move it. We're just going to need a great big crane. The building itself shouldn't be too heavy. It's just slightly flimsy, so they're going to have to get, well, quite creative with the rigging and all so that it doesn't collapse. But our biggest concern really is just how well this thing is set. So whether it's all concrete down there. So if it is, we'll probably just cut the supports and either lower the building down because the supports will be shorter, or we'll just re-extend the supports and then set it down over here and get that all filled in. Probably a bit of concrete, make sure everything is nice and sturdy, but we'll see. One way or another, we'll get that building moved, and it doesn't sound like it'll be too expensive. The crane is a bit expensive to rent in, but we're only going to need it for a very short time frame, so yeah, it should be fine. And once this is moved, it'll clear up a lot of space here, and the plan is then to get rid of all of this rubble. And I want to build a silage bunker in this corner. So yeah, that is quite exciting. Obviously, we can't do anything. We can't start digging or anything to see what's down there until I actually own the property. And yes, I do have permission to be over here and get some planning done. But yeah, I'm very excited to start work on this field now that we have the money to buy some of the equipment that we'll need to work on this field and also build a bunker. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, I have got a job lined up for us this morning, and you can actually see all of the equipment off in the distance there. So this is a rye field that needs harvesting, and that looks like a Deutz-Fahr 4090 maybe? And the tractor, I have no idea. Maybe a Zeta, maybe a Massey? It's quite a bright red. Maybe a Massey. I have no idea. But anyway, this is a rye field that needs harvesting. And yeah, looks like we are working with some decent equipment. The problem is, even though the equipment's just there, it's actually quite a drive to get there. We have to go out the gate and all the way around and back down just to get there. I could literally throw a rock over there, and it's going to take us a while to drive there. But anyway, it is fine. So we'll head over there, we'll take a quick look and see exactly what we are working with, even though we have got quite a good idea. And then we'll get that field knocked out, and hopefully the sale on this property will go through fairly soon so that we can start work over here, because I'm actually very excited for that. Yeah, we'll head over there, we'll take a quick look, and yeah, see what we are working with. Alright, so we are just coming down to the field here. You can see the shed off in the distance there where we were just at. And I think I was right on the combine. That is a top liner, Deutz-Fahr. We've got a nice class trailer over here. It is a 4090, and it is a Massey 3707. Huh. I don't think I've ever been in one of them. Ooh, that's quite fancy for a small tractor. Very cool. I wonder what the horsepower rating on something like that is. Nice. I also wonder what the AL stands for. Okay. That all seems to be hooked up correctly. That is quite a big trailer. We'll see how that copes with it. And that is the 4090. Fantastic. We're quite familiar with these combines. And this is quite a big field. So yeah, we'll head around the field, we'll create a bit of room for ourselves, and yeah, then I guess we'll just get it knocked out. I don't think this will take us too long. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll get this warmed up a little bit. I think everything is connected up. Looks good. Alright, so we are... Oh, that looked weird there for a minute. Looks okay. And we are going to get the drone out. And we're going to get this field knocked out. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is job done, and that went very well. We got 2 full trailers there that I got delivered, and we ended up getting paid for the job, so we are currently sitting on £69,778, which is not bad at all. And I actually drove past another job that I took on, which is a linseed field that also needs harvesting, and it looks like we are working with a Nova combine and a small Zeta tractor. But we are not going to head out there just yet. We are going to stop by at our neighbor's place, because I had a chat with him last night about this field that I'm trying to buy and what I'm trying to do over there, and he said he's got some old equipment that I might be interested in. He did say that it's very old and it might be too small for what I'm trying to do here, but I thought there's no harm in taking a quick look. So let's see. Okay, that seems to be it over there. And that is indeed old and small. Right, so we've got ourselves a mower and a very old rower. He wasn't joking when he said it's old. But you know what? It might actually work. It's definitely smaller and older than what I sort of had in mind. But I'll be honest, I've been keeping an eye out and there hasn't been much coming up for sale. And what has come up for sale is very expensive. This might actually work pretty well on the 710, to be honest. Obviously, it'll take us a while to get a fairly big field done with small equipment like this. But what I'm thinking is, if I get this, then at least we know we can start work. But I can keep an eye out for better equipment, and if I do find something else that might be an upgrade from this, well, then we can always just sell this and buy the upgraded piece. But yeah, like I said, at least we'll know if we've got this. We know at the very least we can get into that grass field and start work. Because if we get these 2 pieces, the only thing we really need then is a wagon. A forage wagon. Yeah, okay, I think this will be a nice little safety net, is how I'm going to look at this. We'll definitely upgrade it. It's not something we're going to keep for a very long time, I don't think, but it'll get us going. So yeah, I'm going to have a quick chat with him. I have a rough idea of what he wants for these, but we'll see what we can do. And yeah, we'll have to go probably grab the 710 or the Ford, get them hooked up and take them back to the farm. Alright, that is hooked up. I have already got the rower back at the farm, and I paid £1,000 per unit, so £2,000 for the 2, which is not bad at all. And we'll see how they end up working. If they work well, maybe we'll keep them for a while, but I think they're just a little bit too small for that field that we are looking at buying. But like I say, it's a bit of a safety net. It'll get us going if we absolutely need to, if we can't find anything else in meantime. But yeah, I think the 710 will cope with it just fine. Now, something else that I kind of want to work on over here at the yard, in fact, I might actually just leave that there, I'll get it disconnected in a bit, is I want to get a bit more gravel in here, because we are using this area effectively as a yard, but it's all just, well, tall grass. So I think I might get some more gravel in here, get this area cleaned up, maybe even all the way up to this field, or at least close to it, so that we have a nice big clean area here of gravel where we can park the trailers and leave some of the equipment and so forth. I would like to build another shed right down here, right in front of this field, but I don't really want to do it now with buying that other property and all, and we still have to buy a forage wagon as well, and possibly still a rower and a mower. Like I say, this is just in case of emergency. But yeah, so I don't want to go spending a bunch of money on another shed here yet anyway. But I think something sort of that size, 3 bays, will fit in here nicely, and it'll leave a gap over here, so that if we ever want to get through here for whatever reason, then we can. Maybe someday we'll own this field, which would be really nice because it's a very big field. Then, yeah, we won't have a big shed in the way of that gap over there. But we need to grab the quad bike, and we are going to head to our next job. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to be the quickest way to get there. I think just out the front here will be just fine. But yeah, we have got that linseed field that needs harvesting, and we're working with a Nova combine, another combine that we are quite familiar with. We've done a few jobs with them, and a little Zeta, I think it's a CL80 if memory serves, which again we're very familiar with. And yeah, I'm not sure how big this field is actually. I just drove past there, but I was looking more at the equipment than the field, so I didn't pay attention to it. But hopefully, judging by the equipment, it's not too big. Otherwise, we're going to be there for a very long time. You can actually see the combine just over the hedges off in the distance there. Yeah, we'll take a quick look and just cut across here. I don't know if this land is actually being used here. It's a nice big grass field. I don't know what the deal is with it. There's just a road going through there, and I've never seen any work done there. I've never seen any mowers in there or balers or anything like that. It just seems to sit there. So yeah, not sure what the story is with that. And here we go. We have got our Zeta. It is a CL80. Nice little trailer. And the Nova combine. And everything just sort of sitting in the road because I guess, well, there's no other real place to put it by the looks of it. Yeah, I got by fine with the other tractor and trailer, so no issues there. But this is the field. Still can't really see how big it is because of the slope, but it seems to be big enough anyway. Wow, okay, yeah, that is quite a big field. We might be here for a while. We'll see what the yield is like on linseed. We have got a small little linseed field ourselves, and that is quite a ways away from harvesting. But yeah, this will be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, we'll get the combine here fired up. I'll get everything checked over, and we're going to get the drone out, and we'll get this field knocked out. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is job done. And some of the eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that this is not the quad bike. Neither is it the Zeta tractor. So I realized pretty quickly that that field was yielding extremely well. And they only gave us one trailer, so we were going to do a lot of driving up and down to get that trailer emptied. And since we are so close to our farm, I decided to head back to the farm and grab the Ford and our 2 trailers and link that up to their trailer so that we had 3 trailers to empty into. Now, I used the Ford partially because, well, I know for a fact the Ford has got more power than the Zeta, so it would cope with the weight better, but also because I wasn't going to add an enormous amount of load onto a tractor that wasn't mine. But yeah, the Ford coped with it just fine. And normally I wouldn't take 3 trailers on the road, and I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to do that anyway, but it's a quiet little back road, so I wasn't too worried about it, and it all worked out just fine. Now, we did also end up getting paid for that job, and we made quite a chunk of money. We are currently sitting on £72,782, which is fantastic. Although most of that is probably going to disappear here real soon once we pay for that other property. But yeah, speaking of which, I am probably going to spend the rest of the day working on the paperwork and so forth with regards to the purchase of that property. And also I have to look at some quotes for silage bunkers to be built, or one silage bunker to be built, and also see how much it's going to cost us to move that shed. So yeah, all fun stuff, exciting stuff, and hopefully we can get going with that very soon. So yeah, I'll dive into that, but I also need to get the mower disconnected, get the John Deere put away, and I'll get the trailers disconnected and get the Ford put away as well. And yeah, then I'll get into that, and hopefully we can finalize the purchase of that property very soon and start work out there. That will be quite exciting to start doing some silage work. But that was quite the successful day. Actually very happy with how that all went. We made quite a chunk of money and we got quite a bit done. And yeah, exciting times lay ahead, but we are going to leave it there for today. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.